And shifting focus to more breaking news coming in, a significant political development is anticipated in the national capital soon after Bihar assembly elections. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and his deputy DK Shivkumar, we're learning both are expected to travel to the national capital to meet the Congress High Command, while DK Shivkumar is potentially travelling around the 11th of November or after that. Siddaramaiah is expected to be in the national capital close to 15th of November, and this is the day after the Bihar results. And Siddaramaiah, we're learning, will be looking at a green signal for cabinet reshuffle. What the DK's camp is possibly wanting to convey to the party high command remains to be seen. But I do want to go across to Harish Upadhyay, who joins us with more details. Harish, tell us what's going on, because every now and then we see a full stop to the story, and shortly after the story resumes and once again is likely to now shape up in the national capital. Harish, we'll come to you in just a bit, but both camps are reportedly looking to engage the central leadership. DK's Shivkumar's supporters, remember, have been pushing for a power sharing pact that would see him take over as the CM midterm. Do remember, as per what was spoken of, would be a 2.5-year formula. 20th is when Siddaramaiah's tenure should expire, if we just do the math a little bit there. But we're learning that Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is going to be in the national capital. He will be meeting the party high command, and he's expected to discuss a cabinet reshuffle to drop non-performing ministers and also consolidate his position for a full 5-year tenure. Does this then mean that the leadership tussle stands as is, that there's been no consensus whatsoever? Going across to Harish Upadhyay for a quick comment. Harish, on the face of it, both the leaders have every now and then come out to say all is well. We're only going to go by what the party high command demands. And now both of them are expected to meet the party high command, the central leadership in the national capital, sometime in November and within a few days' time. Tell us what's on expected lines there.
Well, two crucial visits. One, the Chief Minister is likely to be in Delhi around 15th, and he's likely to push for a cabinet reshuffle. Remember, roughly around 3 months back, the High Command had suggested a cabinet reshuffle, which Siddaramaiah suggested can be done after he finishes 2.5 years in office, which is on the 20th of this month, he will finish 2.5 years in office. So he will be there trying to get a clearance for cabinet reshuffle, which means if he ends up getting a cabinet reshuffle green signal, it's an indication that he will continue for the near future at least. On the other hand, you have DK Shivkumar, who will be in Delhi. He perhaps would be pushing the Congress High Command to fulfill the promise that was made to him when this government was formed. The reported promise of a power sharing pact between him and Siddaramaiah, where Siddaramaiah would be in office for 2.5 years and then DK would take over. And now that that day is nearing, he would be asking the High Command to fulfill that promise and then go for a cabinet reshuffle or have new members in the cabinet. So that will be the showdown. Although on the face of it, both the camps claiming that both these leaders will be in Delhi for different programs, not really for leadership change debate or a talk on that. But you have the Chief Minister's office saying that he's there for a couple of other functions. Similarly, with DK Shivkumar's office saying that he'll be in Delhi for other meetings, including some of his personal meetings there. He has cases that are currently on in the Supreme Court. But clearly the timing is something that is very crucial, and they would be hoping that they get an audience with the High Command, Congress High Command, and they would also be hoping that there'll be enough time for the Congress High Command once the Bihar results come out.
Okay. Harish, very quickly, since there's been a lot of back and forth to this anticipated power tussle in Karnataka, take us all the way back to 2023. Was DK Shivkumar categorically promised the CM's position after 2.5 years?
Well, that is something we've heard different versions of it. DK Shivkumar's camp says yes, he was promised 2.5 years as the Chief Minister in the second half of this 5-year tenure. You have others who are claiming that, yes, there was a promise made that at some point in time DK Shivkumar would be made the Chief Minister, but the tenure was not discussed. So it's not a given that it will happen in November. You have others who are perhaps part of the camp of Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, who say that when they elected Siddaramaiah as the Chief Minister in the Congress Legislative Party, it was said that he would be the Chief Minister for 5 years. There was no power sharing that was discussed between the legislators or the Congress High Command. Well, others are saying this was a discussion that was held just with a few people who were present there, whether it's Rahul Gandhi, K.C. Venugopal, Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar nobody else knows what the promise made was or what the deal was. So clearly we've seen various versions of this floating around, but DK Shivakumar pushing, saying that it was he who was the KPCC president when the party came to power in 2023. He's been a long-time Congress loyalist, and that needs to be rewarded. Remember, he's been instrumental for the Congress and the Gandhi family in several crisis situations, whether it's getting Ahmed Patel back to the Rajya Sabha, getting those Gujarat MLAs, keeping them safe here in Bengaluru, or when there was a crisis in the Maharashtra Congress and Maharashtra government in the early 2000s. He's played a significant role, and he would be hoping that despite not shifting loyalties, as he recently reminded everyone that when he was actually approached by somebody from the income tax department asking him to shift loyalties and the cases would be withdrawn, he did not go with that, and he still stuck to Congress. So he would be hoping that all that would be taken into consideration, and as he always says, his loyalty will pay him royalty.
Okay, all of this expected in the last leg or right after Bihar election results are out. Thank you so much, Harish, for joining us with all those details. Shifting our focus now to breaking news coming in from Telangana.